Hello gorgeous people, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're covering a horror classic here on YouTube. Today we're watching the series No Through Road. On December 17th, 2008, 4 boys were found dead in their car at an abandoned farm. The video No Through Road is the unedited footage from the camera belonging to one of the boys. Now, before the comments start flooding in, this is not real. Although when this video was first uploaded to YouTube, quite a few people were definitely fooled into thinking this was real. This video was posted back in January of 2009, so you can imagine this is one of the early first of its kind here on YouTube. And it eventually became a series when 3 more videos were added to it, with the last one being posted in August of 2012. You guys really wanted me to cover this one, and after watching it, I could definitely see why. This series is by the channel Injurin Cole 3. I think I'm pronouncing that right. The channel link will be in the description down below. This is one of the first ever big horror series posted on YouTube, so I'm very excited to jump in. But before we get into today's video, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, the film Imaginary, that's dropping in theaters on March 8th. Blumhouse has consistently given us the most disturbing and chilling horror movies in the last decade, and this movie is no exception. It plays with our imaginations and asks the question, what if your childhood imaginary friend was actually real? And he or she was pissed off that you left them behind. That's creepy, right? Just wait till you actually see the movie. Blumhouse and Lionsgate bring you straight back to your childhood with this one, and this time you'll never leave. Never. Ever. Imaginary, only in theaters March 8th, directed by Jeff Wadlow, rated PG-13. And alright guys, now let's jump right into the video. Video 1. No Through Road. UK intelligence. On December 15th, 2008, 4 17-year-old boys from Stevenage, Hertfordshire were reported missing by their families. On December 17th, their bodies were found at Broomhall Farm, 10 miles outside of Stevenage, in the car they had been driving. The residence was thought to have been long abandoned, but upon investigation, police officers found signs of recent inhabitants. The following video is unedited footage from the digital camcorder found in the car. This has been released with the family's consent in the hope of aiding the investigation.
Okay, I don't know why the f we're doing this. Me and Ollie have got work at 8 in the morning, but we're driving about in his car because we're absolute twats.
Does that light make a difference?
Have you seen that on What the Week? Famous last words. Stingrays love foreplay.
Oh, they should say something.
Okay, I'm just going to stick this down here because I can't be fucked to keep moving it. Hang on, I'll see if I can.
It doesn't actually take many.
Alright, glitchy footage already.
Just wait till we're look at the car, pulling to the left. Oh, this is a dead end.
Oh no! Oh, my coat spilled every on my lap. Oh, it's cold.
Oh, that's scary. Skeleton.
Broomhall Farm was in the news. I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
Have you ever seen this on? It gives me the shit so badly.
I don't think we should be here. It's like a private road or something.
Okay, so I better clutch down and roll backwards. It's nearly 4:30. We need to get home, like. Wait, no, Ollie, please.
Doesn't no through road mean like dead end? Like this road doesn't go through the area that you're driving into? It's gonna eventually lead to a dead end. So are they trying to go here? What are we trying to do here, guys?
Just try and turn around this bit.
We please agree.
Oh, they're turning around now.
Okay, agreed. This is what? Nothing. That's full beams. What about this? Woo! Woo! Do it again! Turn it back on. Do it again! There's like a bloke in the middle of the road. Oh, no.
Stop saying that because it will actually happen.
What does the sign say?
It says
we need Stevenage.
It says walking. Beddington. That is no. I don't even know where that is. That's nowhere near us.
Right, let's just
Oh, so we're getting weird really quick.
Someone
Unless
tell
they're
me a
just
joke,
lost.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
I don't know. I'm really lost. We are actually now lost.
We pulled over because we know where we are, and we've been driving down this road for about a fucking hour now.
James's GPS on his phone has stopped working. It's scrambling like fuck.
Does it even say what time it is? My phone's just...
I'm scared because there are no lights in any direction.
Thank you.
Anyway.
This is literally the recipe for a horror movie. You're lost in the middle of nowhere, your GPS stops working. Best method is to just completely turn the car around and try to retrace your steps the best you can.
That was so advertisement like.
Stella!
Ollie, plans. What do we do? I don't know. I'm scared because it's down to me because I'm driving the car. Also, holding the camera to your face makes you extremely uncomfortable. No, yes it does. I get to film Ollie doing a wee-wee.
It's right out.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was right out. I can't fit it with my balls.
A rabbit! I caught a rabbit! It's like perfectly preserved as well. It's really weird. Oh, Ollie, don't. Fuck off.
Oh, man.
Stop it.
I'm stroking it.
You're what?
My turn.
I'm just gonna have a look up the road. Take the camera. I'm just gonna see if I can see the lights. The lights of the.
Let me get back in. No idea. Sexy little bitch, isn't he? Look at that ass. What is he?
Oh, is he joking?
Drive.
What's what? What? What's the matter, man?
Drive.
What the fuck's the matter? What are you saying? Shut up! Stop joking. Stop being a brick, man. This isn't funny.
Oh, there was someone, and he was like wearing some sort of mask.
Oh, hell no.
Really want to get home now.
Another car for like an hour. It's scary how it's kind of my responsibility to get us home as well.
Jesus.
Every corner feels like the same.
Familiar, isn't it?
There's no way to say it.
Have you not got a signal? Look, it's a sign. It's a sign. Okay, slow down.
And it's
It's the same sign.
What?
Nah, if it was.
No.
Oh my god.
I know it's.
Wait, stop. No.
Yeah, no, we just got in a little circle, so it's.
We didn't. We
Bennington. No, Bennington's in the middle. That's all it is. Bennington is to the.
We've been going in a straight line.
No, we haven't. It's been left. I swear. Absolutely swear. We didn't take any turns. No, it doesn't matter. The road is curved. Relax, man.
No, it's.
Do you want to go to Bennington to prove it? Then go left. We turn
Stop
around.
saying man. It's like that's like your fucking. What?
Why not?
Oh, come. No, I'm turning the camera off.
It's like a prison. It's a plan.
I think the only thing we can do is keep driving until in a straight line and not take any corners until we end up somewhere.
Must have been going for about 2.5 hours now, maybe 3, and I had no idea what time it is. And it's winter, so the sun doesn't come up till like 8.
Don't go to the Wickerman town.
Can you stop talking about the Wicker Man, please? We're in the middle of the country. There's gonna be pagans running after us. Wait. What sign is this?
Again?
Fuck, stop.
They're right in the middle.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're a bunch of twats. You're fucking driving that on that bit.
No.
Steve, I fell asleep. You've just driven past it again.
No, we're not fucking with you.
That's horrible. Hazards.
Stop fucking doing it on the back of my chair. It's so annoying.
I'm checking that sign. It cannot be the same.
Just go. I don't want to stay here.
No, it's definitely the same sign.
Ollie, I don't want to drive down this road anymore. We've done it 3 times and we haven't got anywhere.
Okay, should we try that way then? Let's try and go towards.
Yeah, try different turns,
Let's put the radio
something.
on.
Yeah, but might as well. Hang on a sec, Ollie. I can't get the seat right.
What is this?
Oh, it's like the scariest thing ever.
What station was that?
Pirate FM.
I don't know. It's never
No,
been.
so
on
it was
before.
Pirate. That was from.
Does it like worry you guys that we haven't seen another car for about 2, maybe 3 hours now? I see lights. I see a roundabout.
There's a lot of lights now.
I see trees.
That's it.
Look, guys, look.
Oh my god.
Stevenage. Yes. Ah, finally.
You see?
Ah,
So we're good.
we're finally getting there.
Oh my god. Headlights.
Oh,
last.
car. Jesus.
Yeah, another
I
car.
wanted to be a baker, but I couldn't make the dough.
Stevenage. Welcome to Stevenage.
Wow.
Hey guys.
Stevenage.
Hey guys.
Last.
Turn the lights on.
What the fuck?
How did we get here? We were just on the phone.
Just reverse, Ollie. Reverse. Go on.
What do we do?
Oh, hell no.
Just over here. I don't want to see.
So we're not good. Did the car stop working?
James.
Point the camera at me.
James, just give me the.
What are you doing? Turn it back on.
It's not me. I can't.
Turn the bloody lights on. What? Turn. What are you doing?
Oh, just run him over. got out of the car? Oh my god, dude. Is this guy alone?
Oh shit! He can't see me.
Be quiet.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
No, please! No! Please! 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 No! 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 Dog. Handle it. Fart! Beans! Cool!
That didn't even feel like 9 minutes. That felt like 2 minutes. That was so quick how that all escalated just now. Okay, so for me, the website doesn't actually work. It's not like a real website exactly. Everything just links back to No Through Road when you search that. There are a few things I want to go back and look through because there's quite a few areas where it seems like something flashes for like a single frame. So let's just take a look real quick.
It's preserved as well. It's really weird.
All right, yeah, this is the part where they're looking at the rabbit and you see something flash for like a few seconds. It looks like the people in the mask. So even though that we're watching like this video, there's a lot of glitching and it seems like it's showing some stuff that's going to happen and some stuff that has happened already in past footage. Like another part is we get this distorted footage here where this guy is mega mind, but you see there's like clips at the top of the screen too. I'm not sure if these are tapes or books or what in the back. They look like some kind of tapes, maybe even CDs or something. Now, there are 3 more parts to this, which I don't really know how that's gonna work. They do say at the beginning that the 4 teens were found dead. So unless they didn't die here and most of them lived on still for a little while longer, and that's what these next 3 videos are, I guess we'll have to see. It does seem like the thing that started their whole loop though was going through that tunnel by accident. Like the video starts with them going through the tunnel and then they're like, all right, this is a dumb idea, let's turn around and go back. And then from that point onwards, they're kind of stuck in this weird loop. Even when they think they got out at one point, they end up back at the tunnel and that's where this video ends. So it starts and ends here. I really wanted to cover this not just because you guys recommended it a ton, but also because I really like found footage styled stuff and the acting in this felt very real, like just a bunch of guys messing around, and then when creepy things start happening, it's kind of like them trying to process something's very wrong here, and by the time that they do process like, all right, something is 100% wrong, it's already too late and these masked people come after them. It's so crazy to me that at the end this guy just beats him to death with his own camera. That is nuts. Also, the way that that radio music is done is so creepy as well. How they introduce it to you early on in the video, like, oh, whoa, that was creepy, and then it plays again when the climax happens. So I'm not really too sure what happens at the end there to everybody though. Like, I'm not sure if the rest of the guys stay in the car, if these masked people opened the door and got in the car, but this guy does seem to have like a knife or something in his hand, this masked guy that's in the back of the, or behind the car. Also interesting, it looks like we get thrown a few shots of like a snowy mountain. Maybe that was like another place they went as friends. But I'm curious where this is gonna go from here, so let's jump into the next one. Video 2. No Through Road 2. Alright, before we start this one, the description for this one says, this is footage from the first of 2 tapes procured by the police following the event code named NTR2. I can only hope they do not catch me before I obtain the second tape. So immediately, quite a few questions there. Seems like there was a No Through Road event too, so maybe this is a whole new group of people. And this is only the first of 2 tapes from that second event. Now, why would this guy be scared of getting caught before obtaining the second tape? This footage has been released without consent. Interesting. Another tunnel. Footage is so much more clear in this one. I did like the style of the last video and how old the footage looked, but god, it was so hard to see for most of it. The area is looking similar. This is real cinematic. Someone die here? Nah, what are those shoes, bro? This isn't where the other guys died, though, right?
You okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay now. And when you look at the video, you see me get dragged out first, before Stephen. I don't know how I got out there.
Don't remember anything.
Last thing I remember is flagging down that car and then being in hospital.
So this guy is a survivor from the previous video.
You've never spoken to me about this before.
Anyone. After I got questioned at the police station. I didn't speak to anybody, not even my parents. I didn't have the answers.
So this guy was apparently dragged out of the car first, and he remembers nothing except for, I guess, what happened after the event, which he ended up flagging down some car and brought to a hospital. It's gotta be terrifying for that to happen to you, and then you can't even remember most of it. You have no idea what happened to your friends.
Next episode of the new series, and it was really clever because there's the doctor, obviously, and there's another woman who also time travels, and because they're meeting each other in different time zones all the time. Makes sense.
That's tight.
Each time they meet each other, they're meeting a slightly different version of them.
Went back in time to when you got up. Would you see yourself in bed, or would you be waking up again?
Well, if you know you've done something, if you know, I walked down that street at that time on that day, and you specifically go back in time to see yourself then you will, yeah.
Unless you go back in time and then you are living yourself.
Oh, you see that bunny? Yeah, there's a rabbit.
There's a tiny little web.
Do you know where we are?
I've no idea where we're going.
Okay. Now, I want to guess that at the beginning when he's dropping off the flowers there, that might be as like a way of like paying respects to his other friends that died. I doubt that they'd be able to find the exact road where they did die or disappeared, whatever you want to say happened to them. But me personally, I don't think I would ever go driving out into the countryside or anywhere even close to the area that happened, because I'd be horrified of it happening again. You can't explain how it happened, how you got into that weird loop. So I would never go back there again, and it seems like that they're lost again. It's also interesting that they do mention a rabbit. I'm gonna have to look up if there's any meaning behind that.
And then just stop buffering, so I've lost all signal. Let's check.
No, I haven't got signal anywhere. In the middle of nowhere, so
No signal.
it doesn't matter. Get back in the car, keep driving. That's where we end up.
Are you right? Let's go.
Probably afraid it's a repeat of what happened before.
It's a horrible metallic. I think there's a metal daddy long legs in my glove box. Can you hear it?
That's a horrible thought. I was going to tell you a joke about pencil, but it's been told so many times it's a bit pointless.
No, no. Is that the sign?
I know it's frustrating, but we're lost now. We'll find our way.
Haven't you noticed where we are?
James, what?
It's missing the other part of the sign though.
Shit. Sad. No, that's fine. I'm sure we're just going around in one big circle. If we keep heading one direction and we see that sign again, we'll just make a right or something. Yeah,
It almost looks like someone was sitting in the back seat, the way the shadow was.
Today.
Oh, long, hot.
Sorry? What? Long and hot?
It was long and hot. It's just like totally, yeah.
I found the red stone as well.
Alright.
I don't know what it is. Never used it before.
I've not found many. Cobblestone everywhere.
Yeah, I use that the most. So I think it's more precious and gold.
Yeah. Constantly.
Constantly using it, constantly making things out of it.
Shit.
Shit. It's a sign
Okay,
again.
next right, I'm just gonna go down it.
Oh my god, how is he not bugging out? I'd be freaking out by now.
Hell!
God's sake!
Oh!
That quickly?
Jay,
Got me a turn.
I don't like this.
Just make the right or something, no? Or
James.
is that... Or is making that right go to the
James, we have to
tunnel?
stop now.
Ridiculous. What am I meant to do?
I don't know. Keep driving. Make a left.
Why would you get out of the car? I'd never get out of the car.
No. You got the internet?
No, I ain't got nothing. No Wi-Fi. No 3G. It's dead out here.
Get back in the car.
You see him in the background? The guy with the mask.
On my phone, but it's not very consistent.
No? Yeah, okay. Well, next time it does connect, why don't you send an email to your dad or something? He could give us a lift.
Dude. Wake up.
That could work.
Oh,
You've been through this already.
if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have come, but I felt like I owed it to them.
I reckon it's a good thing he came back.
I just had to pay my respects.
Do you think it was worth it?
No.
Stephen, wake up!
What's wrong?
He's got blood. Stephen! Turn around. He's waking up. He's waking up. Stephen! It's okay. Stephen! Calm down. It's alright.
Where am I? James! Oh, James! James, you got away.
Yeah, I got away. Where have you been?
Dave!
Hi, Steve.
Dave, what's Dave?
It's okay, calm down.
Where have you been?
Alright.
Where is
Okay,
he?
don't worry.
Where is he?
We're in my car. Where's who? Where have you been?
It's the guy from the first video.
Where was I escaped. I went through the bridge.
It's okay. He's gone.
I went through the bridge and then
It's fine. That's gone. It's in the past.
what do you mean it's in the past?
It's been 3 years.
It's been 3 years? This guy looks like this thing happened to him yesterday. Nah, there's some insane time looping going on right now.
Rode for like a few hours. Same as last time. No signal, internet. You turn off another road and you just come straight back here. It's gonna be alright.
How can you say that?
We're gonna get back out of here.
Oh, get up and get in the car.
We're gonna do it again.
You say you've been out for 3 years and I don't even fucking know. How can this make any sense?
It's gonna be alright. We're gonna do it. Come here.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I'm sorry I got you into this.
We're gonna do it.
You will come back.
Guys, I think we should go now.
Yeah, we should go. Come.
I'm just going to tape.
The tape ends here. It was found in a camera case along with a camera. The camera was broken, but another tape was found inside it. While severely damaged, efforts are currently being made to retrieve the data on the tape. So, a little cool thing, this video was close to being uploaded 3 years after the first one, so it does line up story-wise. I had a feeling there was definitely going to be some kind of time travel thing going on here, just because they have that conversation in the car earlier in the video.
Went back in time to when you got up. Would you see yourself in bed, or would you be waking up again?
Well, if you know you've done something, if you know, oh, I walked down that street at that time on that day, and you specifically go back in time to see yourself then you will, yeah. And
we already knew that there was going to be a loop, so just making it like a whole time thing would make sense too. But it's crazy that it seems like this event goes down, like I'm going to call it the No Through Road event, and it may combine like all of the times that it happens into one event, if that makes sense. Like this guy from the first one is back here in the second one, and he thinks it's been maybe even a couple hours since the first one happened. Meanwhile, it's been 3 years. But I'm pretty sure they said they found the 4 bodies of the boys in the first one, right? And wasn't there 4 of them, or was there 5 of them? Because we know that one of them survived. So that's what I'm a little confused about. But let's see. I'm sure we're definitely going to see what was in that second footage tape in No Through Road 3. Okay guys, before we continue with the video, I need you to stop for a second and think again about your imaginary friend. You know, the one you had in your childhood and you guys would do a bunch of fun stuff together. Well, now think about that imaginary friend and think, could it all have been real? Was it all actually real? Is he or she still alive somewhere in the world? Maybe under your childhood bed waiting for you to return home? What if you never went home though? Or your childhood house burned down? But your imaginary friend defies space and time and is still alive and wants revenge on you for leaving them. Okay, this is getting too dark. I'm just messing with you. Imaginary, only in theaters on March 8th. Ask these questions and more. From the producers of Megan, Five Nights at Freddy's, The Black Phone, and The Invisible Man, this movie will have you on the edge of your seat and possibly the edge of your bed throughout the night. Grab your popcorn and get ready to get scared on March 8th. Video 3. No Through Road 3. The description for this literally says, this is the beginning of the damaged tape. I'm trying to retrieve the rest. The tape from inside the camera. Although much footage has been retrieved, there's a visual tearing and audio distortion. I hope they have a lot of gas left. Oh, he wiped his face. Let's go. Oh, well, most of it at least. Bro doesn't have all the blood on him anymore. What if that one goes crazy and ends up killing the other 2?
Oh, my phone's ringing. Finally.
Oh, let's go.
Hello?
Who was it?
I don't know, it was just a withheld number.
What did they say?
They didn't say anything.
Was that the music from the first video playing through the phone?
Guys, I'm sorry.
Again.
Sorry, I got you guys into this.
Right, we're turning right here.
Do you actually think that's going to help?
Well, I've got to try something, haven't I?
It's gonna end up being the tunnel.
It's fine. We get home. Oh no!
Oh, for God's sake.
Or
Nothing
not.
we can do.
Nothing works.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
No, just run him over. Run him over. Why are we even thinking about this?
What do we do?
Drive. Drive.
Yes.
Go. Go, 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 go! Go!
Alright, we're immediately going to jump into No Through Road 4. There's not much to say about that last video. We got that symbol at the end. I tried looking up if there's a symbol similar to it. I couldn't really find anything exactly the same. There's a bunch of symbols with like triangles and circles, but there's nothing exactly like that I found. It's also interesting that they actually do try to kill the guy and end up getting teleported straight to the tunnel anyway. So I'm curious to see where this is going to go. This next video is the last video in No Through Road, probably forever, because it's been 12 years since it was uploaded. So let's just see how this all ends. Final video. No Through Road 4. The remaining footage from the damaged tape. Although much footage has been retrieved, there's visual tearing and audio distortion. So just like the last one. Car seems broken.
You got a bit of blood on you.
It's alright, I don't think it's my blood. I don't know where it came from.
You just walk back through the tunnel. Well, if we walk down the road, eventually we're gonna end up.
Come on. Come off it. If you're not worked out by now, that's not gonna help.
Look.
Is that a door? It's a house. The mask. Dolls, candles. This is the recipe for just horror. That's a lot of masks. What is that? Is that a was that a rabbit? Okay, hold on. We need to hold up. I'm quite interested if this symbol stands for anything. There was also some writing on the walls behind them. Time for Crunchill? Like a prison. But I feel like that can't be right. Like I have to be misseeing it or something, but that's the only way I could see it. There's also another symbol up here, but this one looks different from the one that we saw right. Yeah, like these two symbols don't look exactly the same.
Dave.
Is he?
How does he know these things we said?
Maybe he saw the video.
What video? What video?
Well, because he doesn't know that the video of them was released to the public.
That's him. Why is he just standing there?
I don't know, but I don't think he's noticed us yet. We have to move. We have to move or we'll see.
Shh, someone's coming.
Y'all can jump him.
Guys, what is that? What is that? Who is it?
I don't know. What?
What is it? James! James! What? Come on, what's he doing?
You said there was a film. The one from my camera. We've already done this.
What does that mean?
If you...
That means you're gonna die.
If I'm alive now, I think I could prevent it. I did it before. I think I can stop it. Okay, listen. You weren't part of this, okay?
Yeah.
You were never part of this, so stay put.
Oh, please!
What are you doing?
I got this from the shack,
Why?
so he doesn't recognize me.
Stephen, what are you doing? Stephen!
He can't see me.
It's him with the camera.
I think I'm okay. I'll get used to the car. I'll get used to the car and get you out of here. Wait! Wait! No!
Stephen? Stephen! Stephen!
The tape cuts out here. Unless more materials discovered, the NTR event remains unsolved. So that was the series No Through Road, and I'm sure by that ending you're probably a little bit confused. Well, I am here to help attempt explain what happened in this series to the best of my ability. So here we go. Let's go through the entire series 1 through 4 and try to just be on the same page here. This is a time travel, time loop kind of story. In the first video, 4 boys are just trying to get home. These 4 people are Stephen, James, Ollie, and an unnamed person. Now, because multiple versions of these characters are in the same scenes at the same time, we're going to call these characters versions 1. So everybody that you see in No Through Road 1 is version 1. Stephen 1, James 1, etc. And that's how I'll be referring to them from this point on. The 4 of them are just trying to get home when they end up coming across some tunnel, and when they go through it, I think this is where the loop begins. From this point on, they keep passing the same signs, the same areas. There's no way that they could get out of this loop. Even when they think they got out of it, they end up appearing right back at the tunnel. And that is where we see the masked man, who I think we know who it is and why they're doing it, but we'll explain that a bit later. But the masked man approaches the car and appears to kill everybody in it. Stephen runs away, falls into the grass nearby, and ends up still getting killed. At least that's what we're made to think. In No Through Road 2, we find out that there was a survivor from this incident, which was James. James actually doesn't remember anything. He just remembers waving down a car and being brought to a hospital. He has no explanation for what happened or how his friends died. In No Through Road 2, he's going to visit the area around where where they were found dead, and he ends up going there and putting flowers down as a way of paying respects. He's also with his buddy Dave, who seems to be someone that was in the friend group, just not in that car that night. Now, as they attempt to go home, they lose connection, they get lost, and they get stuck in the loop again. This is now James's second time in the loop. Also, in No Through Road 2, the James that we see is going to be James 2. This is James 2. They're stuck in this loop. They have no idea how to get out, just like before, until all of a sudden someone approaches the car, and it's Steven. This is Steven 2, we're gonna call him. Now, Steven's freaking out. James is trying to calm him down, and that's when Steven says, like, oh my god, you got away, James. How did you get away? And we realize that Steven thinks that No Through Road 1 just happened when meanwhile it's been almost 3 years. So we know now for a fact something is going on with time here. Steven gets in the car with them, and in No Through Road 3, they try to find a way out of the loop again. They still can't, and that's when they see the masked person. Steven says, screw it, just run him over, and when they go to run him over, they teleport and they end up back at the tunnel. In No Through Road 4, they get out of the car and they end up finding this shack near the tunnel. And in this shack is some more confusing things and also some more revealing things. Now, again, just to be clear, we're with Steven 2, James 2, and Dave. Dave is just Dave because he only appears in this once, really. When they're in the shack, they notice that there's some writings on the walls, there's some dolls, there's masks. So they know that this shack most likely belongs to the person who's been chasing them with a mask. But one of the writings on the walls says time for Crunchy, and I even brought this up in my reaction. I was like, what the hell? Like, I was like, I have to be reading this wrong because that doesn't make any sense. It's actually a reference to something Steven says in the first video. He literally says that exact quote.
Just wait till
And they even say, how do they know the things that we've said? And that's because we'll learn to find out the masked man is actually one of the people that was in that car. After they walk out of the shack, they realize that they're seeing No Through Road 1 happen right in front of them. They see the masked man, they see the car that they were in No Through Road 1, they hear the music, they're literally watching it from a distance. Now they know that they're in a time loop 100%, that something wrong is going on here. This is when James 2 goes up to Steven 2 and he's like, listen, I have to go do this. And some of the audio is grumbled, so we don't hear everything that's said, but James 2 runs off into the darkness. We will talk about him in a bit. That's when Steven 2 goes to Dave and he says, you saw the tape, right? You saw me die. Maybe I can prevent it somehow. We know that Steven 1 ends up running from the car and trying to get away. So Steven 2 decides, I will confront Steven 1 and try to prevent his death. Try to stop the loop, which is honestly not a bad idea, but this goes terribly wrong in the most unexpected way. Steven 2 scares Steven 1, Steven 1 falls and knocks himself out. Then Steven 2 is trying to drag Steven 1 back to the car to try to get him away from this whole situation. And that's when Steven 1 wakes up, is freaking out, wrestling with Steven 2, and Steven 1 kills Steven 2. Now, I don't even think Steven 1 realizes that he kills himself here. I think the adrenaline's pumping. He saw that this guy was wearing a mask. He knows that somebody with a mask was after him, so he just kills him, and then he's in shock and just runs off into the darkness. Now, in case you didn't realize this by now, that death, Steven 2's death, is what we see at the end of No Through Road 1. That's the footage that we see. So now we know that Steven's loop continues on. That Steven that ran off into the darkness ends up being the Steven that we see in No Through Road 2. He ends up becoming Steven 2. It's kind of an ironic joke when they say, oh, Steven, you have blood on your face, and he says, it's okay, I don't think it's mine, when it is literally his.
You got a bit of blood on you.
It's alright, I don't think it's my blood.
Now, after Steven 1 kills Steven 2 and runs off into the darkness, we then see Dave pan the camera and we see the masked man, the original one, the one with the hat, with the big long coat, the one that attacked them in No Through Road 1. Now, who this masked man actually is, it's kind of divisive from what I have seen online. Some people think it's Steven, some people think that it's James. I personally think it's James. I think that makes more sense. I think James runs into the darkness and ends up at some point becoming this version of the masked man. We'll call this masked man James 3. And I think James's thought is that to prevent the loop, he has to kill everybody in the car in No Through Road 1. If you kill everybody in the car, no one ends up going through this loop. And that's why he approaches the car. He ends up killing the unnamed person. He ends up killing Ollie, and he attempts to kill Steven. We know that Steven runs away though and ends up killing himself in a weird twist. And we know that James 1 actually does get away, because technically if James 3 killed James 1, then James would never go on to become James 3. And that's where it becomes like this like weird paradox thing. If James 3 was the masked man, it would also explain how they know what was said in that car, why that writing was on the wall. It even says like a prison, so I believe whoever lived in this shack, whoever was the masked man, was definitely obsessed and understood that this was a time loop and was just trying to stop it. There is one big hole in all of this though that I can't get out of my head, and that's how there's 4 bodies found in No Through Road 1. They literally say there were 4 bodies found, and we're assumed to believe that it's James, Ollie, the unnamed person, and Steven. But we know that one of the 4 bodies can't be James, because James ends up living into No Through Road 2. So then who's the 4th body? I've seen some people say that, oh, they found their bodies, but James was still alive, but they counted him as a body. I personally don't think that makes sense. I've also seen some people say that Dave is one of the bodies that's found, which would make sense because James 3 could have killed Dave and placed his body in the car with the rest of them, except for the part that doesn't make sense either, because if 4 bodies are found, Dave is still alive when those 4 bodies are found. So wouldn't somebody be like, wait, this is a dead Dave, but Dave is still alive? Like, it just doesn't make sense. My thought process is that it was never planned out like that. It's a retcon, sadly. I know a lot of people hate retcons, but No Through Road 1 was made as just like a solo video. It was never made with the intention of sequel videos. The sequel videos were just an idea by the creators after they were like, you know what, screw it, let's try to make something cool. And honestly, I think they still succeeded. If you take out that retcon, I think that this is an awesome, like, full story. They even said that they wanted to make the sequels as a story that made sense but also didn't answer every question. And I also think that's why some of the audio is kind of like this when James and Steven are talking. It's to not give you the answers to everything. It's to not guarantee everything that happens. And I love when a story does that. It's enough to make sense but also to leave you with some questions like you know, it starts up some discussion, which I think is great, like for videos like this. I think that just about covers everything for this series. There are some symbols on the wall and stuff that we see, and in the videos I couldn't quite find anything on those symbols specifically. Everything kept showing the peace sign when I looked something up, but it's definitely not a peace sign exactly. So if you know anything about that, please comment that down below. I'd love to know. And also, if you think I missed anything or want to point out anything else, please comment it down below. Like, I know they mention a rabbit in a few different scenarios. I don't know what the meaning is behind that, or if that's just to show that it's still a loop. But either way, if you want to see the original full videos of the series, be sure to go check out Indrin Cole 3's channel, whose link will be in the description down below. This was an awesome series, and it's one of the original horror series to hit YouTube, and it's really cool that it still holds up all these years later. I've seen some people say that they don't like the sequels as much, that they think the original is a good classic, but I do like that the sequels add on to the story. You could either enjoy just the first one, or you can enjoy it as a full story, which is great. Before we close out today's video, it's time to get a little dark again. I'm seriously excited for Blumhouse's new film Imaginary. The trailer is wild, and it's definitely had me staying up at night. The movie revolves around imaginary friends just like we had as kids, but this imaginary friend is a little bit different. Imaginary friends are usually harmless projections of our childish minds, but sometimes they can manifest as dark and sinister figures. This film asks the question, what if your imaginary friend was actually real and had evil intentions and was mad at you that you left them behind? And you could get the answer to that question in the new movie Imaginary, coming to theaters on March 8th. This movie is presented to you by Blumhouse and Lionsgate, and is written by Jeff Wadlow, Greg Erb, and Jason Ormland. This film will send shivers down your spine. So mark your calendars for March 8th, you won't regret it. Rated PG-13. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to drop a like on it. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to hit 1 million subscribers before the end of the year. And alright guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.